Greetings to all of you. Angela appeared on the test server today and I knew she would be strong, but what they did to her is beyond praise. She is incredibly strong both as a support and as a damager character. But first things first. As for her appearance, I like it. Let's look at her skill effects and how she looks on the battlefield. Everything is canonical and fits perfectly into the look of the game. Let's start with her realm skill, which makes your team incredibly strong. At the beginning of the battle, Angela chooses one character. She can choose herself. After this hero uses the ultimate, he can use the ultimate again without spending energy. Here is an example of how it works. As I said in yesterday's video, I present two ultimates from HEARTCORE. What an amazing coincidence, and here it is shown. The effect is triggered once every 12 seconds. This is the strongest ability that increases the damage of our team by several times. After the death of this hero, he instantly chooses another allied hero who will receive this effect. HP plus 3%. At the third level of realm skill, a free ultimate can be used once every 6 seconds instead of 12. When this hero uses the ultimate, all other allied heroes regain 50 energy. Attack plus 3%. When this hero uses the ultimate, the allied heroes recover 100 energy. This is probably the best realm skill among all HEARTCORE characters, incredibly strong. Now let's move on to her other abilities. Every 10 seconds, with a maximum energy of 7 or higher, Angela converts one of them into one source of energy and increases the number of ultimate rebounds by 1. When Angela max HP drops below 65%, if her max energy is 6 or higher, she reduces her max energy by 1, removes most control effects and HP regen restrictions. Recovers all lost HP, immediately triggers her ultimate effects and resets the energy conversion timer. It's a good save ability that can quickly restore her HP, as well as activate her ultimate. When the maximum energy is reduced to 6, Angela gets a 15% chance of crit. The Angela deals damage to the enemy equal to 2% of his max HP per second until the end of the battle. The effect adds up to 5 times. When an enemy dies, Angela gets 1 energy. Damage dealt has been increased to 3% of the opponent's max HP. A very powerful skill that will cause a lot of damage throughout the battle. And considering that Soul Vessel enhances this skill, it becomes even more interesting and useful for our team. Angela orders the doll to deal damage equal to 70% of its attack to the 3 furthest enemy heroes and marks them for 6 seconds. These enemies take 15% more damage during this time, and allied heroes take 20% less damage from unmarked units. Angela gets 2 initial energy, and the damage is increased to 100%. Now let's look at her most powerful attack, the ultimate. Angela briefly becomes unavailable for targeting and releases an energetic sphere at the enemy who inflicted the most cumulative damage. This sphere bounces 5 times between this enemy and the allied hero who inflicted the most damage. The damage is equal to 100% of Angela's attack plus 8% of the enemy's max HP. When the sphere hits an allied hero, it removes most of his control effects and restores 100 energy. When Angela receives energy not using other active skills, she converts every 100 units of energy received into 10% of the attack. Not only does it deal damage with an ultimate, it gives additional energy to our strong character, but it also increases its attack. The passive effect is now Angela's maximum energy of 8. She gains 1 energy when her allied heroes use ultimates or she uses active skills. The conclusion on skills is that, for me, she is very strong as a support, and damage indicators can also be at a very high level. Now let's move on to her soul vessel. After hitting an enemy with the Revenge of Love, Angela gets an attack equal to 2% of that enemy's attack. No more than 10% of her own attack adds up to 10 times. At level 10, Soul Vessel gets 4% attack instead of 2. Revenge of Love also deals additional damage equal to 30% of the enemy's current shield. At level 30, the number of targets increases to 2. Thus, this ability will act throughout the entire battle and take away the opponent's HP as a percentage. As for me, it is a very strong ability. What about the Orlay cards? Angela becomes immune to most of the effects of controlling and changing targets for 5 seconds after using or activating the ultimate. On the second set, cards receive a 6% increase in damage for each lost maximum energy. And on the third set, a 12% increase in damage. As for me, the character is very strong and of course it is worth collecting on your accounts. The only downside is that it won't appear in the Sacred Scrolls for half a year. Should you improve her? Most likely yes, since this is clearly a good and worthy hero. Considering that she belongs to the Tower of Chaos and Order and will perform well in the towers of these factions. I will improve it on one of the accounts through UR banners, because it looks very strong, so as not to collect it. Of course, I'm waiting for you in the comments. How do you like this character, whether she will greatly change the meta of the arena or not? As for me, this character will give a huge boost to those people who will improve it in the first days of its release, but this is only possible through donations. I like the character, but it's better to test it in battle. I hope that someone I know will improve it and I will be able to test it. I'm waiting for you in the comments and see you in the next videos.